So this is our February 2022 garden, and it's a little bit in a transition period. We have cardboard that we need to put down in the walkways. We've got some trash to clean up. We've got tools to put away. This is a little shaded area that you see here. So this first half of the garden is 14 raised beds. They are 8 by 4. We have just pulled out some tomatoes and peppers out of these beds. You can see I've got some dollar weed that needs to be cleaned out. This stuff is the bane of the Florida gardener's existence. But we'll get to it. We'll get it. You can see how difficult this stuff is to get out. If you just pull the top, you're basically just decapitating the plant, and it spreads under the mulch, under the ground. It's a mess. We also have lots of blackberries that we need to prune back a little bit, and they are about to bounce back. They go all the way down the fence line here. And then, so we still have a few cabbages, a few brassica things throughout. This is a bed that has some cabbages and kales we can still pick at. I'm not sure if this is alive or not. I think it is. I scraped the bark at the bottom. It is a sugar apple. This is some arugula that is gone to seed. It's just too warm anymore, but I'm leaving it up so that we can collect seeds for the next cool season, and the bees really enjoy it too. There are some lettuces behind this arugula that are doing well. There's a honeybee. Not much flowering around, so whatever we do have, I'm trying to leave out. This is some tatsoi, again, is going to seed, so that'll probably spread on its own. This is a pineapple that took a pretty severe frost hit. I don't know if it'll come back or not. We have not been super successful with pineapple tops in the past, but we were giving it a shot. There's some of that lettuce. Our lettuces are not really great tasting because of the heat right now anyways. So I'll probably pull those out pretty soon. Oh, these walkways are awful. They're full of grass and weeds. So we really need to get that tamped down. It's a romaine lettuce we've been picking at. That one is actually pretty bitter. You also see here some messy spider webs. We have a problem with the black widows forming their webs in those corners here and there. So on this arch, we had noodle beans there last summer. Now it has some sweet peas that won't make it very long. These are a few small brassicas that may or may not make it. I can't remember what they were. So there's those sweet peas. Some of them don't look great, but then there's new ones that do look great. And some lacinato kale or dinosaur kale, we'll leave those in. Some more random brassica things, tatsoi, radishes, that kind of stuff. Most of that bed, a couple of these beds are empty because we've already harvested everything. This is some carrots we have left. There are a few large carrots in there still. So we don't go through a whole lot of canned carrots throughout the year. I really wish I had better records on how much we eat. We love them fresh. These are some big ones coming out. We don't normally get super big carrots, so it's always fun when we do. So this time I think I picked just enough to take in the house for dinner and or to snack on, clean up and stick in the fridge to use. This is an empty bed. I need to fill that with some landscape soil. So this bed has a few cabbages still, and it had celery. We've never been super successful at celery either. Maybe you guys can give me some tips on that. More of the blackberries that need some love. Like I said, they will bounce right back. And then that is a spent green bean bed and an empty bed that had, let's see, what did that have? I think it had some cabbages and some radishes. Oh, it had squash as well until the freeze. We really only had one really hard freeze this year, and when it hit, it was down to 20. and took out all of those worm season things. That's a brassica bed. Then we have some onions. They do need a little bit of fertilizer. They don't look fantastic. I'm not super in love with this soil that I bought last year, but it is first year soil, so it doesn't have a great network of microbial life in there yet, or fungal life. This is a big open space. This is like the last fourth of the garden. There's a small strawberry patch we just started to put in. We didn't get any berries this year, but I've got 25 little crowns planted in there. It needs compost. And then the rest of that flatbed area will be for sweet potatoes, pumpkins, other vining squashes, that kind of thing.